I'm putting together a simple version of Sun Salutation, skipping the Chaturanga to Cobra part and making it more accessible to somebody who's just maybe starting or need a little refresher. So there will be a lot of technique. I don't expect you to retain everything. It's just from repetition and hearing things over and over. Eventually it sinks in, especially when there's tons of info. So a little bit of technique, and we can start in Tadasana for a sun salutation, and we will do it at the start of our mat, but I am turning facing you so you can see my feet. So there's two kind of Tadasana. You can have a traditional Tadasana with your big toes touching and the heel slightly kicked out, or a little more modern for balance, having it straight under our hip, and your hip is a little bone sticking out up front here. You can feel, not that luggage. The luggage, it moves. We know that. Those bones, dip out, stay there. So we put, if you made a straight line, your heels are put right under your hip bone. So let's engage our feet by lifting our toes. So inhale your toes up and pretend there are roots coming out through your feet. Little toes come back down very slowly. All your toes come down. Grab the soil, plant your roots. Now engage your foundation. Your legs press towards each other. You may grow a little bit taller from this action too. And now you can start moving around a little more with a little more stability by engaging your legs this way. So I'm moving to the front of our mat. For mountain pose, we're starting, so Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale your shoulder up, punch them like way up, and exhale them back. And remember, as always, if it doesn't feel good, we skip, we go very slow in everything. So make sure you skip or come out of anything that doesn't feel right. So a little balance in the knees. Inhale your fingertip up. Reach, reach, reach. Reach a little taller and exhale. So from the hip, you're going to round your back. So your lower spine's curving and then the rest follows. Your arms here, you have tons of options. You can have your arms just dangling. Maybe putting your hand on the opposite elbow to weight you down a little more. Or you want your back a little straighter down, maybe putting your hands behind your legs. I prefer the elephant trunk because I'm always tense in the shoulders. And the most important thing, regardless where you put your hands, is to have your neck and head very relaxed. So maybe doing little yes, maybe little no. See if you can do a maybe, and let gravity move your head, really. And here, you can bend your knee as much as you want. You can have little movement, maybe a little sway, maybe straightening one leg and folding one knee. You can add a little bit to that if you need movement into your yoga. Other than that, you can just dangle, so you have choices. So you stay there as long as you feel like. And then we're going to inhale our arm and our hands and place them above the knee or below the knee. We just don't want to block the joint here. Now tuck your elbows alongside your body so that your arms are parallel with each other. And inhale up into like a little table. So I could put a glass of water on your back and there wouldn't be a drop. Now take your elbow if you want and exhale them towards your hip. Maybe looking straight down, like if there was a fish in a pond right below you. So just look straight down. We don't stay long here, so we're just going to exhale back down. So breathe, add extra breath, and if your breath don't match mine, don't worry about it, use your own. Now, let's plant our hands down. You can inhale the bum up. Here again, we need motion, maybe a little hip circle. Other than that, maybe inhale one foot back drop the knee down. Other foot back. Now press in your hand, tucking your toes, and just push around your body and push your hip back. And maybe you want to just like press and inhale your knees up a little bit and exhale. Keep bringing your bum up and away from you. So as you push in your hand, it brings your hip a little away. Neck is very relaxed, so make sure you're not just staring at your feet here. Move your neck where it feels nice. Then bend the knees, and you can walk or jump to the front of your mat. So I like doing little baby steps. So here, just breathe. If you jump, lift your feet so they don't get cut on the mat. That feels weird. And press in your heel, inhale up, exhale back in Tadasana. One more time. And then we're going to do the old thing without the Chaturanga Cobra again. But a little less cueing and a little more movement. So inhale, fingertip up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands. Inhale, one foot back. Exhale, the other foot back. And from here, you can go to table first or press in your hand and go straight to down dog. Now, if your heels are touching the ground, maybe your stand is a little too short, and you want to move back just a little bit until your heels are lifted, and that'll give you a nice land. But if you want to keep your heels on the ground, that's fine too, if you can enjoy a little calf stretch here. So make sure you're not staring at your toes all the time, so you place your neck, your head where it feels nice. Now let's bend those knees, press in your hand, take a big inhale and exhale, walk or jump to the front of your mat. And then in the reverse swan dive, we're going to push in our feet and just inhale, lifting the hip up and fingertip up, coming back up. Maybe a little back bend, and this time clap and exhale your hands towards the center of your chest or back in Tadasana. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching the little video, a little mini sun salutation. Namaste.